What's going on, guys? Welcome back. Everybody's favorite again, but not my favorite. Kind of an intro. I know it's been about another 2 weeks from the last reactions I did. It's if it's not one thing, it's another. That should be my new middle name. It just feels like when everything just, you just have everything kind of sorted out and it slowly falls apart. But I'm going to try my best to keep a positive outlook. But and another one of my least favorite things to do is ask for help again. I'll explain why. But before that, I'll leave the time in the video here. If you want to just skip through this and head right to the reaction, I'm more than okay with that. But for the ones who would like to hang around, I'll kind of explain what happened. So 2 weeks ago, as I said, when I did the reactions, when I came back, I'd be doing, I'll be every Tuesday and Wednesdays. That I would release reactions. Well, unfortunately, something happened again to where I had to go to urgent care. But this time it was for my right eye. It's weird. I woke up and my eye was just, it looked like my eyeball alone went 12 rounds with Tyson. That's what it looked like. It was awful. The pain, if you have like a hair in your eye and you can't get to it, the intensity of trying to get that out is like it's a mission on its own. The pain was so unbearable. I had to drive myself to the urgent care, and my eye is just like watering, bloodshot, swollen, and I, for the life of me, couldn't figure out why. So went there, and unfortunately, I haven't been back to work long enough to have my insurance kick back in. So long story short, they were able to see me. However, it was a $250 bill up front, which is absurd. But I had no other choice. So I get back into the room. She puts the dye. There's a dye that they could put in your eye and then turn off the lights and use a kind of a microscope to look into your eyeball and see what's going on. Well, I got nothing. She couldn't find anything. And it didn't make sense to me. I mean, it was some of the worst pain. I mean, I'm tattooed all over. And this is some of the worst pain I've ever been in. And she said I would need to call an optometrist. Okay, well, I come home and I try to fight through it, the pain, I even have a goofy ass, you guys should have seen me wearing this stupid thing, this stupid little eye patch. It almost looked like a breast cover, like a nipple cover. But anyways, I wore that. I mean, sure, it helped because it kept my eye kind of sealed in the dark. But anyways, I make a call to the optometrist. She mentions that, of course, without insurance, payment would have to be up front, and that was about $330, which I didn't have because I just spent the $250 for no reason, as what I felt like. Anyways, she mentioned, the optometrist receptionist mentioned something along the lines of an infection due to Crohn's disease, because I did mention I had Crohn's, and off the top of my head, I believe it was called uveitis, which is kind of inflammatory. The eyeballs gets inflamed because of the immune system is so weak. Anyways, so I was kind of stuck, and finally the next morning I had enough. So eventually I ended up going to the emergency room. Luckily, The emergency room was able to take me, and I can make payments to the emergency room. Unfortunately, I can't make payments to the urgent care, which screwed me at. Anyways, they got me finally back in there. About an hour in the waiting room. Everything's just in severe pain. Eye is just draining tears, and the doctor came in and she put a numbing agent in there, and I tell you what, it was like I was brand new again. So she kind of did the same thing that the urgent care doctor did. However, this doctor, I don't know if it was the kind of equipment that they had. She was able to find, apparently I had a huge gash in my cornea. So a huge cut, like in my cornea. I have no idea, because I didn't have any trauma. I didn't do anything. And for the life of me, I don't know how, why, whatever. I'll try to cut the story short. So they gave me antibiotics, and she hit me with a couple more shots of that numbing agent. I tell you what, that numbing agent is incredible. But anyways, they also gave me something called Bactrican zinc, which is it's almost like a Neosporin that you kind of put under like the bottom of your eyelid, and you kind of let it get in there. It's like a Neosporin type of a thing. So for the first couple days, I had like this. My vision was kind of blurry because of all that goop in there. But within about 48 hours, the pain was gone, and I'm back. So I apologize for the long, drawn out story. But it just seems like with me, it's like one thing after another. And hopefully this is kind of the start of me getting back to being normal again. So with all that said, unfortunately, I do need help again, because that 250 was intended for bills coming up this week. So if anybody would like to help or can help, it would be truly appreciated. The medication that I had to have filled was about $30, so about $280 in total, until I can get back to a normal routine. And there was no way I wanted to lose my eye. So it had to be done. Things, and it's crazy to me the amount, and some places are willing to help, like let you make payments, like the emergency room versus an urgent care. Urgent care wants that money right now, and what I walk out of there with, nothing but a bill. It blows my mind, just ridiculous. So, anyways, I'm back again. Hopefully, like I said, every Tuesday and Wednesday, I'll keep dropping more reactions. And please, if you would like to help, I'll leave the links in those, right next to me. And if you do donate, please leave me a request. It's only fair that I, give back something, if you're willing to help. So, if you would like to, it would be truly appreciated. So with that said, I guess, like I said, I'm back, and enjoy the reaction. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. More rosé. Let's do it. All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. Long overdue. I finally was able to find a couple rosé songs. So I think I have about a total of 3 that I'll be doing today. The first one is 2 years. Before I begin, I know the intro was long. If you sat through it, I apologize. Still need a little bit of help. I'm about 130 short of the bills that I need. So if you're able to help, it would be truly amazing. So I'll leave the links down below. So with that said, let's dive right in.
How'd it all fall apart? You were right here before, in my arms. Now you're invisible, but the heartbreak's physical. Got a place, moved away, somewhere with a different code, different state, still feels miserable. God, it's so chemical. All that I know is I can't let you go. It's been 2 years and you're still not gone. Doesn't make sense that I can't move on. Yeah, I try, but this love never dies. 2 years since you...
Ooh, here in the background, I don't know if that's like another person singing or if it's her, almost like a kind of layering on top of her voice there. Ooh, her voice. Oh, I've missed it.
Sense that I can't move on. Yeah, I try, but this love never dies. 2 years since you've been in my bed, even at a funeral for you in my head. Yeah, I try, but this love never dies. Another night, another vice. Even try with someone new, someone nice. They'll always hate the fact that you ruined everybody after you. I'm always coming back to you. It's been 2 years and you're still not gone. Doesn't make sense that I can't move on. Yeah, I try, but this love never dies. 2 years since you've been in my bed, even at a funeral for you in my head. Yeah, I try, but this love never dies. Maybe I'm just sick and this is how it's gonna be. Maybe this is all I know, and I know it's not you, it's me. Cause it's been 2 years and you're still not gone. Doesn't make sense that I can't move on. Yeah, I try, but this love never dies. It's been 2 years since you've been in my bed, even at a funeral for you in my...
I'm sorry to stop it right before the end, but the cut in the music itself, and then it was just her voice. Whew, that gave me chills.
But this love never move on. Yeah, I try, but this love never dies. It's been 2 years since you've been in my bed, even at a funeral for you in my head. Yeah, I try, but this love never dies.
How I've missed her voice. It is angelic to no end. Rosé is incredible. Absolutely incredible. I know I mentioned this about Lisa and Jenny and how they can, flip that 180 and be aggressive and the don't F with me part. Can Rosé pull it off? Sure. Absolutely. All of them can. But I see Rosé as more the kinder, more gentle, softer soul. That's how I look at her. And I absolutely love her voice. Her voice just melts me. It might sound weird, but it's something about it. Incredible song, incredible. So that was my reaction to Rosé 2 years. Now we've all been through it. We've all been through the relationship type things, and sometimes it does take a while for you know the ones that you lose to finally move on. So that's what this song was about, is kind of moving on, or trying to, or not being able to. Luckily, I mean, for me, I have my ways of kind of, I wouldn't say forgetting about the person, but moving on. So yeah, well, this was long overdue. Absolutely. Finding a Rosé song, and like I said, I have a couple more, kind of the same type lyric videos, so I will definitely get to those. It's going to be a heavy Rosé day. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, today is Queen Lisa's birthday, so happy birthday to Lisa. I think what she's like 23 now. I mean, they all look young, and it's incredible. You know. So, anyways, as I said before, if anybody would like to help out, it'd be truly appreciated. It's not required, but if you do, feel free to drop a request. I would love to at least give something back if you're willing to help me um, get to get to that goal, which is not far away. It's just I'm stuck right now in that spot of like so close but yet so far away. So again, if you would like to help, I'll leave the links down below. And with that said, I'm going to get out of here. So I will see you guys very soon on the next one. All right, guys, take care.